Welcome to a tutorial on mwcpool.com. I made one earlier, but that was only because they did not have the getting started set up. And at this point, they do have all that information up here. They still have some sections where it's coming soon, but don't worry, I'm going to go through all of this and it's going to show you all the different options that you have. The way I'm doing it is going to be the simple, quick and simple way. This section right, this section right here that you're going to set up right here is actually optional. It makes it a little bit more complicated, but not that much. You can actually follow along, do exactly what he says. And at that point, you should have no problems connecting. I'm going to show you the way I do it, and it works perfectly. I have absolutely zero issues with it. So what we're going to do here is at the top here, you're going to see two sections, two hashes, one or stratums. I'm sorry. One's going to be for the G1 Mini, which is the difficulty at 8, and the G1 Mini or the G1 will actually be 32. Doesn't matter. I've used both, had the same results with both. So it's not that big of a difference. The difference is so minimal that it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the first one. We're going to right click on it and select copy. You're not going to see that pop up here for some reason because it's probably focused on that particular window. Now, what we're going to do after that is we're going to go over to our G1 Mini Miner. And once we go to the G1 Mini Miner, we are going to go down here to the pool configuration section, and we're going to copy and paste that particular section. Now, you're going to enter your user ID into the pool worker. Now, if you have multiple miners, you can do this one of two ways. You can either just put in the user ID and leave that and have them all combined as one main mining unit, or if you want to be able to monitor each particular miner that you connect, you can actually add a worker name by just putting a period and the worker name. In this case, I have Ethernet cords connected to each one of my miners, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 16. So this here is number 5 of my miner that I want to use. So I'm going to put that one on there. And that's because I'm going through this particular IP address. Each one has its own separate IP address. And then I put in my super secret password 1234. Now, once that's done, then we're going to go back over here to the mining pool. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. All right, yeah, we're gonna go back to the mining pool and we're gonna do a couple of minor things. We gotta, once this thing's up and it shows that it's actually running, we are at this point going to go back to the rig stats right here. Now, right now you'll see that I'm actually running some miners already. In this particular case though, this section up here where you see all this purple and all these lines will actually be blank. If this is your first time setting this up and you've never used it for a while or never used it at all, this is going to be blank. So what will happen is, even though your miner shows that it's actually mining, it has to do 4 blocks before it starts to show up. And before it shows any lines whatsoever, you're going to see these little purple lines first. That's just, it'll probably start out after the 4 blocks. You'll see 4 random blocks out here all over the place, but you won't see the lines. After a couple of hours, you'll start seeing the lines, and that'll show you the status and how many times it finds a hash rate and what have you. Now, if you decide to enter each one of your miners separate like this, then at that point you can actually monitor the other miners. So if one goes down, you'll see that it suddenly goes offline. You can actually go to that miner and find out what happened to it, whether it faulted or went offline and what have you. But one other thing that you're going to notice here is this, okay? When you first set it up and you start mining, you're going to have most of the blocks valid shares. However, if you were mining somewhere else beforehand, or if you shut off the miners before it was finished hash rating, you're going to run into 2 different issues. Number one, rejected shares, and you're also going to get stale block shares. Those are normal if you're first coming onto this. So what will happen is, it'll clear out all of these bad shares, or the rejected and the stale ones. You'll see it listed here, and it'll show this. Nothing to worry about. Once it gets through all of those and cleans that up, then the rest of it should come out perfectly normal. If you're getting a lot of these stale shares and or rejected shares after maybe 2, 3, 4 days of constant mining, then you might want to have your miner looked at. That's the one thing here. Now, down here it shows you all the different things that you can actually do. Oh, I'm sorry, not do. All the rewards that you get from the mining. And when you see the DBT, that means TBT. It means to be determined, meaning that yes, you got the reward, but it's shared between all the miners. The less miners that you have running on this pool, the bigger your reward. However, if there's more miners, it's less. However, like I said, I really haven't had any issues with this. I usually average about 0.2 to 0.5 MWC per day with 8 miners. But I only run them during the day because I'm on solar. I'm in the process of installing a battery backup so I can run these miners 24/7 and actually make at least 1 MWC per day. Now, with that out of the way, let's go to the next section. And that would be, how do you get paid? How do you get paid? Now, first thing to note is you can collect as much MWC on this site as possible. There's no top out limit. If you go to always.vip, you have to actually withdraw it before it hits 20. Otherwise, you can't withdraw anything, which is, to me, I think is a bad design. This one here, you can have up to maybe 2, 3, 4, 500 Mimble Wimble stacked up in here before you transfer. You can transfer at any time, any place, any day. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Now, in my case, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I do have enough to actually transfer. The one note that you need to make sure that you notice before you transfer from the pool to your wallet is this. Down here at the bottom, it says the minimum payout right here. And it's going to say .2 MWC. That's the minimum that you can take or that you need to earn before you can transfer. What I would do is, once you get that 0.2 MWC, do a test transfer so that you don't lose a lot of MWC. Because I'd hate to have 30 or 40, you try to do the transfer and somehow something goes wrong and you lose it. I've never had it happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but technically speaking, to test it first to make sure everything's working correctly would be great. Now, here's the second part. You got 3 different options here. Automatic payment is not enabled yet. They haven't got that part done yet. So for now, you can mine here, it'll collect here, and then when you're ready, you can either do the MWC MQS type transfer, an HTTP transfer, or my favorite, which is the file transfer. Now, the file transfer option is where you will have the opportunity to transfer all the different files. Hold on. Oops. You can transfer all the different files as you want, and from there you can actually enjoy yourself and not have any issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sample one. I got 0.37 MWC right now. The only reason why mine's so low is because I only mine from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. because of my solar. My battery backup is running now, but unfortunately I don't have enough storage capacity on my batteries to afford to run all my miners all night. So for now, they will be running off solar only, and at 5:30 they get turned off. So I'm averaging about 0.25 to 0.3 MWC per day. If I was to mine 24/7, I could probably make about almost 1 MWC per day. But anyhow, let's get into this. This is going to be quick and easy and dirty, as they call it. What we're going to do is I'm going to ignore the MWC, MQS, the HTTP I'm going to go straight to the file part because this is the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to click on the file, and I'm going to start out with the request option. So you click on request, and then you're going to get presented with a link. There it is. Right here where it says download, you're going to go ahead and click on download, and then you'll see an option in the upper right hand corner with a bunch of hash rate and what have you. Now it's down. We don't want to finalize it yet. We got to actually go into our Mimble Wimble wallet here, and we're going to select receive, and we're going to select receive MWC by file, and we're going to find that one file that we just downloaded, which is today, and we're going to select that and select open. Okay, now we got it here, but it's not completely in our wallet. Now we need to generate a response file. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on the response file. The transaction was successfully done message will pop up. You won't see that right now because unfortunately it's focused on the main window. But it'll give you a transaction was successfully done, and now we can close this out. And you'll get a second one that says, congratulations, you received 0.374 blah, blah, blah MWC. Now, before we go back to MWC pool, I want to show you something. Right now, it shows that we got 3.374 MWC that was just transferred. However, if we go to send, you're going to see that it's only 0% available. We're going to be probably about 3 to 6 hours before it fully transfers into your wallet. Don't worry about it. You won't be able to do anything with it until it completes. So I recommend keeping the wallet open until the default available shows the same amount that's actually up here in the left hand corner. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go back over here to our mwcpool.com, and we're going to go to finalize. So we're going to click on finalize. We're going to look for that response file. You'll notice right here in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see the response file. We're going to select that, and then we're going to click on the open. Once again, this pop-up is not going to show on this particular video because it's focused on the website itself, so you won't see all the other stuff that comes up. However, under type, it'll say response file. You'll select that one, and then you click on open. Okay. Now, it'll say payment has been successful, or was submitted successfully. Please allow a few minutes for the transfer to show in the wallet. Well, in our case, if you look in our wallet, it's already there, but now we just got to wait for it to finish processing through the blockchain. Once that's done and it shows up here, you can actually hold on to it, or you can actually send it to an exchange like Trade.org or one of the other places that supports Mimble Wimble, and at that point we will be good to go. With that, that's all there is to mining Mimble Wimble, and I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this tutorial was better than the last one, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those in the file below, and feel free to hit the like button and subscribe for when I update or create other tutorials on different types of cryptocurrency. With that, you guys have a wonderful day and happy mining. And whoever created this particular website, I love you. You guys are the greatest. This is the easiest website I've used. It's better than all the other places that I've mined in Mimble Wimble at. Just want to give you guys the kudos. And you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.